To be a neurosurgeon. I went to college at MIT and did 4 years of medical school and 6 years of neurosurgery training, and I was a neurosurgeon for almost 10 years after all of that. So that's 20 years of my life. And I quit. I quit last year. I spent 6 years learning how to do brain surgery, and most people don't know that neurosurgeons spend half their time also learning how to do spine surgery, because spine problems are more common than brain problems. So I spent 6 years learning how to do both brain and spine surgery. I knew that something was not right away, and that's because surgery, like if someone's got what's called degenerative spine, that means their spine degenerated, it wore out. Could be a bulging disc pinching a nerve, or a disc is just worn out and bones are rubbing on each other, or there's a loose joint and the joint is banging on nerves causing pain. I can do surgery to cut out like a bulging disc to remove something and make more room for a nerve, or I could do a surgery where I put titanium screws and rods into the spine and lock it down and remove motion. It's all removing things. But what I realized later on is that those aren't fixing the problem. There's so many people with back problems, neck pain, back pain, nerve pain down their arms and legs. Those surgeries, they don't address that. They would help some people feel better. Some people would feel the same. Some people would be worse. A lot of people I saw in clinic, I had to tell them that, surgery's not going to help you. And of course they would be devastated because I was sort of their last hope. It's like this. It's like you have a house, and the roof, the top of your house has a leak somewhere, and rain water is coming down into the house, and it's ruining the drywall, and you can see it. You can see water damage. The surgeries that I could do were like going into that house, tearing down that drywall, ripping out the moldy insulation, putting in brand new insulation, and rebuilding the wall. But not fixing the leak in the roof. Some people would get better before I could operate on them. Even with gigantic bulging discs, they would get better. Like if I scheduled the surgery a month out, sometimes they would call me a week before surgery and say, "Oh, hey doc, my nerve pain's gone. Do I still need to do surgery? Yeah, I got a big disc in there, a big bulging disc, right?" I realized that, wait a second. This isn't quite what I thought it was. So over the 9 to 10 years that I was a neurosurgeon, it really bothered me. I felt that wait, there's something missing here. My surgeries they don't seem to be addressing what's causing people's health problems in their spine. And so over 9 years, I did everything I could try to figure out, how do people actually get better? And how do they get worse? And I had help along the way. I had a really good partner who was a pain management doc at my first job, and he really clued me into a lot of the things I'm going to explain here. But I just started asking patients like everything I could think of. What do you normally do? What's your job? What do you eat? What do you drink? Are you stressed out? Do you sleep well? I just would ask all my patients just kind of this whole bunch of questions about their life. And what I found was that patients that did certain things would get better, and patients who wouldn't do those things would get worse. People that got better, people that healed, they were doing the following, and not exactly, but in general. And this is my observation. They were having a diet. Well, diet seemed to be the most important. The food that people ate and the liquids they drank. The ones that would heal up, they do things that would make them sweat, like exercise, being outside, hiking like this. They would sleep. They would sleep like 8 hours every day. And they weren't stressed out. Or I saw that the people who did that, they would heal so quickly that I couldn't operate on them. As people that were doing that, they would heal before I could do the surgery that I thought would fix the problem. And the opposite was true. Patients that so they smoked like a chimney, they sat on the couch and they ate hot dogs all day, and they didn't sleep well. Yeah, those patients, I could do a really good surgery. I would get them temporarily better, but 6 months, a year later, the same part of their back would have a recurrent problem, or a different joint in their back would have a similar problem. That was my aha moment. It's like, oh, I know what's going on. Wait, to actually heal, you need to eat a certain way, sleep a lot, not be stressed out, have a good social network, exercise, move your body, stretch. If you do all those things, you heal. And when your body heals, it doesn't just heal a worn out joint in your neck or your back. It heals everything. It heals the worn out joint in your neck, your back. It heals the skin problem. It heals your digestive tract problem. It heals your hair issues. When your body heals, it heals everything. Let me explain why that's a huge problem. Because most people will say, "Wait, how is that a problem that you figured out how people are healing?" It's a problem because our medical system isn't set up this way. The hospital needs to make money. The problem there is that if you figure out a way to help patients heal, and that way doesn't include a pill or a surgery, well, then the hospital and the doctor are in big trouble, because if you figure out a way to help people heal and you can't charge them for it, well, then you've just worked yourself out of a job. Everybody who had back problems in that town did that, and they got better. They healed. Then nobody needs spine surgery anymore. I had a lot of patients that did do those things, and they got better. I never had to operate on them, and they were very happy that they never had to be operated on. And they got better. The pain went away. Yeah, once I figured out this problem, or figured out what was going on, it was a huge problem for me ethically. I was doing a job that I didn't believe in anymore. And